overcome these difficulties? I want to use the analogy of Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Alice, would you tell me, please, which way I ought to go from here? The Cheshire Cat. That depends a good deal on where you want to go. Alice, I don't much care where. The Cheshire Cat. Then it doesn't matter which way you go. Alice, so long as I get somewhere. The Cheshire Cat. Oh, you're sure to do that, if only you walk long enough. However, I survived and rose above the challenges through crafting a clear direction, a personal development plan. I started with my destination in mind. We live in a world that celebrates self-belief, but it is far more important to have self-awareness. These two are often in conflict. For instance, awareness of your limitations, self-awareness, is incompatible with inappropriate levels of self-belief, being ignorant about your shortcomings. Although women are not as insecure as they are portrayed to be in some self-help literature and much of the popular media, studies have shown that we are generally less confident than men. This is good news. It helps us to understand how people see us. It gives us the capacity to spot gaps between where we are and where we want to be. People look critically at themselves, are better prepared, even if it means over-preparing. It increases our competence and performance. Women must work harder to be assessed at the same level of competence as men. They also need to work differently, treading a fine line between masculinity and femininity. Asking for a promotion, offering unsolicited opinions, challenging the status quo, negotiating for a raise, or speaking about concerns might help male employees to get promoted. However, female employees that assert themselves in the same manner could easily be labeled as bossy or worse. I want to share Brené Brown's 4 teachable skills to be a daring leader, which assisted me a great deal in my path of growth as a female leader. First, embracing vulnerability. Secondly, living core values. Thirdly, braving trust. Fourthly, developing resilience. Let's look at each of them. Embracing vulnerability is having the courage to show up when you can't be sure of the outcome. Don't protect your ego by avoiding difficult situations. Embrace vulnerability by encouraging empathy, curiosity, and a shared purpose. Secondly, living your core values. Daring leadership needs clear values to live by every day. Living into our values means aligning our intentions, words, and behaviors. Thirdly, braving trust. Braving is the acronym of the 7 behaviors that build trust over time. B for boundaries, R for reliability, A for accountability, V for being a vault. Don't share information that are not yours to share. I, integrity. N, non-judgmental. Ask and give help without being judgmental. G for generosity. Extend the most generous interpretation possible to the intentions, words, and actions of others. If you can't be kind, at least don't be cruel. And lastly, develop resilience. Resilience enables us to adapt and bounce back when things don't go as planned. Resilient people don't wallow or dwell on failures. They acknowledge the situation, learn from their mistakes, and move forward. According to the research of leading psychologist Susan Kubaza, there are 3 elements that are essential to resilience: challenge, commitment, and personal control. Challenge. Resilient people view difficulty as a challenge, not as a paralyzing event. They look at their failures and mistakes as lessons to be learned from and as opportunities for growth. They don't view them as a negative reflection on their abilities or self-worth. Commitment. Resilient people are committed to their lives and their goals. They are compelling reason to get out of bed in the morning. Commitment isn't just restricted to their work. They commit to their relationships, their friendships, the causes they care about, and their religious or spiritual beliefs. Thirdly, personal control. Resilient people spend their time and energy focusing on situations and events that they have control over. Because they put their efforts where they can have the most impact, they feel empowered and confident. Those who spend time worrying about uncontrollable events can often feel lost, helpless, and powerless to take action.